Hi guys, it's the 4th of April 2020. I'm just going to do an update. The numbers are still shooting up, guys. This is the Johns Hopkins map, and the total confirmed cases worldwide are now 1,170,159. The total deaths are 63,832. Total recovered 237,978. It's now in 181 countries and provinces, and just bear in mind, guys, as I said before, there's only 195 on the planet, so that's nearly every country in the world. Yeah, right, I'm going to start off with this from the Mail Online. 5-year-old child becomes Britain's youngest victim as nation suffers the worst day yet in the coronavirus crisis, with 708 dead, including 40 with no underlying health conditions, to take the total to 4,313, but infections are stabilising, says government expert. I'll just read these bullet points out. 5-year-old infant who had underlying health conditions is the youngest victim to die in the disease, with the disease in the UK. A further 708 people who tested positive for the coronavirus also died today in another record 24-hour spike. The number of new UK infections rose by 3,735 to 41,903, the smallest increase of new cases in 4 days. Michael Gove told today's Number 10 press briefing that Britain has taken delivery of 300 ventilators from China. He and NHS England National Medical Director Stephen Powis dismissed the claims that 5G telecommunication masts were helping to spread the coronavirus as dangerous nonsense and fake news. Right guys, I'm just going to stop there for a minute. I'm going to do a video in the next day or so. In fact, I'll try and do it tonight if I get some peace. About 5G. 5G can't give you a virus, but it can make your body think it's under the attack of infection. Listen, there's more to this, guys. For the mainstream to even acknowledge it says a lot. There's a lot of people that have a lot of evidence, and I'm not just talking conspiracy theorists, I'm talking world-leading scientists that say the same. Just do a bit of homework, guys. There's more to it. This virus is not what it seems. I've said it from the beginning. Right. Professor Powis said the figures suggest rate of infection was plateauing, but warned against complacency. Deaths in Scotland rose 46 to 218, Wales rose by 13 to 154, and Northern Ireland rose 8 to 56. Professor Neil Ferguson braced public for weeks more of high cases, but said the lockdown could be relaxed in May. Right guys, I'll just scroll down. Oh, this is sad now. A 5-year-old child who had underlying health conditions is the youngest victim to die with the coronavirus in Britain, as a further 708 people who tested positive for the disease also died today. Today's record jump in fatalities brings the UK death toll to 4,313, while the number of new UK infections rose by 3,735 to 41,903, the smallest 24-hour increase in cases in 4 days. NHS England National Medical Director Stephen Powis told Number 10 that this evening that the latest figures suggest the rate of infection has begun to stabilise, as the new conditions of cases slowed, but he warned that there was no room for complacency and urged everyone to strictly adhere to the lockdown rules, including avoiding flocking to the UK's parks and beaches this sunny weekend. Professor Powis said there is reason to be hopeful that some of the changes we are observing in infections and perhaps in hospitalisations is now reflecting the benefit of social distancing. It will be a week or two before the measures that are put in place translate into lower hospitalisation rates. But in London in the last few days there has been a bit of plateauing in terms of numbers. Cabinet Officer Minister Michael Gove confirmed today that the Midlands has seen the biggest rise in cases at 47%, while Yorkshire and the North East have experienced 35% rise. The Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster also revealed that Britain has taken delivery of 300 ventilators from China, while more will start being produced soon by a consortium of aerospace, engineering and F1 teams. We've been buying invasive ventilators from partners abroad, including Germany, Switzerland, and today 300 new ventilators arrived from China. I'd like to thank the Chinese government, he said. Mr. Gove also said that the government is pushing manufacturing companies, including Dyson and Rolls-Royce, to increase the number of ventilators available for coronavirus sufferers. He explained, more are coming into production in the coming weeks, subject to safety and regulatory approvals, as part of the Prime Minister's call to manufacturers to scale up production. This increase in admissions is sparking fears raised earlier this month that regional hospitals could see a surge in admissions similar to that seen in London. This epidemic of the UK's coronavirus outbreak. Right, I'll just read these last bullet points, guys. Boris Johnson appealed to rival political parties to work together in a moment of national emergency. His pregnant fiancée, Carrie Symonds, 31, revealed that she had spent a week in bed with coronavirus, telling scores of Twitter followers being pregnant with COVID-19 is obviously worrying. Sir Keir Starmer was elected as Labour leader and accepted Prime Minister's invitation to Number 10 for a coronavirus briefing and vowed to engage constructively with the government. Cyclists were seen flocking to parks across the nation with the warm weather, despite ministers pleading with the public to stay indoors as the number of infections start to plateau. Cyclists? Was it? The death rate of coronavirus patients admitted to intensive care has topped at 50%, latest figures show, while Watford General Hospital told people not to go into A&E even for emergencies during the crisis. Professor Neil Ferguson, the government's top scientific expert, said the UK could ease some lockdown restrictions at the end of May and move to a strategy of testing and contact tracing. His colleague, Professor Graham Medley, said the lockdown has pinned Britain into a corner with no exit strategy. Michael Gove dismissed the claims that the 5G telecommunications masts were spreading the disease as dangerous nonsense. Yeah, we've seen that bit anyway, guys. Right, let's see what's happening. Spain's death toll rises by the lowest amount this week as another 809 died from the coronavirus. They've extended their lockdown for another 15 days. Right, guys, that's it for now. I am going to do one on 5G because, listen, I'm not a nutcase. I research and read, and anyone that's been watching these videos now, 3 or 4 weeks ago, even over the last couple of days, there's been a few people calling me off my head. Just do the research, man. That is all I ask you. I'm saying believe me. Just do some research, man. It makes me sad because I know the information's there. You've just got to look, man. This is life or flipping death stuff, man. God bless. I just hope you all have eyes to see.